The admiration is mutual. Hi everyone. I'm so happy to be here celebrating with you all today. I wanted to start today with a story. It's a story about separation, and it's also a story about interconnection. It happened one day while I was at work last summer. As Vicki said, I work at the Urban Rest Stop. It's a hygiene center for homeless folks. We provide free showers, free laundry, toiletries, socks, things like that. So I was sitting at our makeshift reception desk. It's a blue tin box that we push up into the corner of our facility. And it was hot. There was condensation dripping down the tiled walls, which is what happens when you run showers for 9 hours a day through a heat wave. And as I was sitting there, folding up some housing brochures to fan myself, a patron named Greg walked in. I hadn't seen Greg in a while, and so we went outside to the stoop in search of space and fresh air to chat. Greg had been trying to find housing for some time, and so I was really excited to hear that he had actually just spent the past week touring apartments. A recent birthday qualified him for low-income senior housing. He told me, jokingly, that as he visited the last place, as he walked down the hall, some of the older ladies came out and peered out of their units to give him the once-over. In his words, he said, "I'm 65, fresh meat." I laughed and said, "Greg, joking aside, I'm stoked. I'm so excited for you. This might be the last time we see you here." And his smile dropped just a little bit. He said, "I'm really excited too, but I don't know if it's going to work out. That place was really far away from where I work." I asked him what he did, and he said, "Have I not told you? I've been the head chef at a UW fraternity for 25 years." I don't remember what I said next. I just remember thinking, whoa. This story has really stuck with me. I come back to it often, trying to figure out what exactly I feel about it. What I realize now is that I had unintentionally created a wall between how I thought of my life as a student on campus and my job in the community. Hearing Greg's story shattered that wall. I realized that these two worlds were not separate, but intimately in relation. I am proud to be graduating from the University of Washington. I am so proud of each of us here today. And I'm also ambivalent. The success of this university and of all its students is only possible because of the work of people like Greg, who nourish our bodies, who take care of this university and its students. And I feel torn because this work and the people who do it are so often unrecognized and undervalued. It shows up often for me. The custodians at our school, many of whom are people of color and immigrants to this country, work hard to make sure that our classrooms are clean and safe spaces conducive to learning. And yet, they are asked to clean an impossible number of rooms per hour for low pay and are subjected to frequent shift changes. These are the people who support this university and its students, but are not adequately supported in return. I still feel really torn. My time at the UW has challenged me to grow and stretch in ways that I could never have imagined. And I've formed relationships that I know will last me a very long time. And yet, it occurs side by side with, it is possible because of so much injustice. These are the kinds of interconnections that the wall I had constructed to separate my school and working lives obscures. Here today, we celebrate a moment often told to me as a different kind of separation, that between the real world and whatever apparently fictitious world we've been living in up until this point. Obviously, these are not two separate worlds. The diversity of our experiences, both the triumphs and the unfortunate, will come with us as we take this next step. It will be a transition for sure, for each of us in different ways. And I tell this story about Greg because it reminds me of something that I learned at UW that I hope to carry with me as I make this transition. And that is a posture of listening and critical questioning, a disposition that seeks out these types of interconnections, especially when they're obscured by ourselves and others, that asks, why is it so difficult for Greg to find an affordable place to live near where he works? Or why is it that so many of the people who do this undervalued, unrecognized work are people of color and women? There aren't easy answers to any of these questions. It's not a matter of knowing, it's a matter of thinking and exacting curiosity. And this way of thinking is something that I believe the UW Honors Program in particular has emphasized. In fact, it was in an honors class, one taught by Vicki, where I first started volunteering at the Urban Rest Stop. While we all majored in a variety of different subjects, through our honors courses, we were all asked to think about the world a little bit differently than we ever had before. And it is one of the things I value most about my time at college. And so I invite all of you, graduates and friends, to also remember this posture as you go on to do all of the really amazing things I know you're going to do. And that brings me to my closing thought. It is so perfect that we are here celebrating today with those we care about and love, because this is not a moment we have reached on our own by any means. Rather, it is possible because of our professors, our family, our peers, our advisors, and other staff members, whose support and care has been generous and endless. And by those like Greg, whose work I have not always seen, whose work I have not always appreciated. I am humbled by all of your care. I am inspired by it. Yes, let's celebrate those of us graduating the university today. And let's celebrate those who have helped make this moment possible through everyday acts of care. And with that, a huge congratulations to all. Thank you for your kind attention. I am honored to have been part of your celebration. Thank you.